I'm very blessed to have a very close-knit family my whole life since the day I was born.
And the Grammy goes to Zac Brown Band.
It's a very surreal moment to win that kind of award.
That felt like affirmation.
And the Grammy goes to Zac Brown Band, Uncaged.
I felt like I jumped into this incredible world. Like, it was so exciting.
Now you're solidified as a band, an artist.
My mom still cuts out every article that anyone ever writes. Put that in the trash can back here. It's print. I don't have anywhere to put print.
And then, like, that whole amazing, exciting world came crashing down.
My earliest memories are us singing or playing. We would go to our grandmother's house and we would sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight. He would sing the lower part and I would sing the higher part.
That one's all over the house in my parents' house.
There we go.
That's all for
1982, the arrival of number 4, Mark.
I'm 11. I remember we were in Litchfield, South Carolina, and I was between 3 and 5. There was a guy in the restaurant. We were having dinner. The guy was playing piano and guitar and singing, and he asked if anyone would like to come up and sing a song, and I raised my hand. And that was my first time on stage. I don't think at that point you can know anything about your future, but I've always enjoyed singing.
There was always support of music in our house. They had thought that John was going to pursue a career in music. They may have tried to steer him in a different direction, but it worked out.
This was the first guitar I ever built, but it's got your typical lightning bolt and your Dallas Cowboy star. The older guitars get, the better the tone is, so.
This one's getting real nice.
I was offered a BFA scholarship out of high school and didn't take it. There were outside pressures that kept me in Georgia. I was doing poorly at Georgia and I was unhappy, and I said to my parents, "You may not love this idea, but I'm going to Tallahassee whether you like it or not, and I'm gonna study theater." And my dad was like, "Hold on, don't be rash. We want to support you." And I think he realized that I was driven to do something else, and I was glad they supported that too.
He was playing at a fraternity house. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come see you. And so I got there, but it was just me and a cooler and a chair. So I sat there and like plopped down, and he's like, I'm getting paid to do this, so I'm gonna play. So he's playing, he's doing his music, and I was probably singing along because I've always known all of his tunes. But for a good couple of hours, it was just me. So did it mean something to him? Probably.
I grew up in Tallahassee. We both ended up at FSU. My girlfriend that I've known since kindergarten, her brother was a drummer, and he joined a new band, and John was the lead singer. We found this in one of his mother's photo albums. This is the night we met, and his band is on the marquee of the bar that I met him in, and she happened to take a picture of it. Thursday, September 23rd, Woodpeckers. It's crazy that we have a picture of that.
12 years of living and other relationships passed before we reunited. And when we did reunite, it was on.
I made this for our 5-year anniversary. He's like, we should have gotten married in college. And I'm like, no, baby. It's happened the way it was meant to happen. for sure. He started calling me Grace. He said that I was his grace in his life. And when we had our first girl, there was no question what her name would be. And then we followed it up with Faith and Hope. So, and in DeKalb County, you get your marriage license where you get your pistol license. Thought that was very Southern.
First time I met John, he was running an open mic at this place in Atlanta called CJ's Landing. And I went up there to play a couple songs, and then he got up and played a song with his guitar player, and I got to hear him sing for the first time.
I was producing and a studio owner, so we started recording this album called Homegrown. It was the first album that Zac ever did under his name. And it had Chicken Fried, it had Whatever It Is, it had Junkyard.
Oftentimes, they would leave their studio open, and I would walk by, and I would see this dude from a side angle with like the most insane posture you've ever seen in your life, like working on Pro Tools like this. And I'd always like walk by, and I would like look in there, and then I'd be like, oh shit, you know? And I would keep walking.
The first two Zac Brown Band albums were recorded at 800 East. Both those records went multi-platinum. So we were doing something right.
John's one of the best singers that I've ever seen, ever heard. He has perfect pitch. He has an understanding of harmony that is faster than anyone that I've ever seen. And the reason that our harmonies are so strong in our band is because of him and the presence that he has. In February, it will be 20 years that we've been playing together.
And I love their partnership and their brotherhood. So those guys are fully his brothers, and therefore my brothers too.
This was a band party, like it's somebody's birthday. We're very, very close. Several of us live like within 5 minutes of each other here. We've been at each other's births, each other's weddings. I don't know what other bands are like, but we truly do love each other.
3 years into the band, we got radio, and Chicken Fried went #1, and the sky opened up.
One of the biggest moments for me was, it was a country music award show. They weren't really known yet. And the energy in the audience, we could see the people around us and behind us going, who the hell are these guys? Like, who is this? I think we all looked at each other and were like, something's gonna happen here. It is one of my favorite moments. That and their first Grammy.
And the Grammy goes to Zac Brown Band.
It's a very surreal moment to win that kind of award. I just remember sitting there and waiting, all of us just sitting in our chairs, waiting. And when they called our name, it's surreal. And then you go up on stage and it all feels like a dream. That was an incredible night.
To have that and to be able to share it with my family was next level.
That felt like affirmation. Like, this is not just kind of like a one-hit wonder, fly-by-night thing. Now you're solidified as a band, an artist. And so, yeah, as a brother, I'm happy for him that he's reached these heights.
I remember, after we all went to a hotel and we were just, people made their speeches, and it was really like a big family celebration.
My mom still cuts out every article that anyone ever writes, and she'll bring me the paper, and I'm like, thanks, Mama. Put that in the trash can back here. It's print. I don't have anywhere to put print.
I felt like I jumped into this incredible world. Like, it was so exciting. Almost every day was exciting. The shows were exciting. The opening for Alan Jackson. Oh my God, there was so many exciting moments. Like, gosh, this is really happening. And look at what you've done. This is real, and it's amazing, and you so deserve it.
In the beginning, we were still in a van, and for several years, it was long, hard travel. And even through our first pregnancy, I was gone for 12 weeks at a time. And I felt like your belief in me is paying off. And I was very proud to have her by my side.
And then, like, that whole amazing, exciting world came crashing down.
In 2019, I was put on statin drugs for cholesterol. Right away, I started feeling weaker and I was having balance issues. I fell down, and then I started noticing my right hand was having trouble keeping up, and I looked at all the guys and said, something is wrong with me.
We had noticed over a couple years of John's coordination of his things kind of slipping.
We had this event, I think it was maybe your birthday, when we went bowling.
Yeah.
And he fell at the bowling alley, and it's so unlike him.
Didn't know what it was, didn't understand. I mean, it was several years of, he's got something going on, but we don't know what it is.
I went to my annual checkup, and my doctor said, we're going to do an EMG. And on December 22nd, 2021, I was diagnosed with ALS.
ALS is a degenerative disease of motor neurons. Those are kind of like the wires that connect the front of your brain where you decide to do stuff to your muscles that carry out your actions. So as the disease progresses, you gradually lose the ability to walk, feed yourself, dress yourself, speak, swallow, eventually breathe. I think the best way for people to understand it is the way a patient once explained it to me. She said, ever since I was diagnosed, I feel like I'm in a box. And every day it gets a little bit smaller on all sides. It further restricts what I can do. And I know eventually it's going to get so small and tight that it's going to suffocate me. And I still get the goosebumps when I say that.
He was like, well, there is no cure. The average lifespan is 3 to 5 years. I'm so sorry. What do you mean 3 to 5 years? I mean, I'm gonna die in 3 to 5 years? And Jen was on the phone, and she starts crying. And I'm like, Jen's upset. What does this mean?
You know, there was one time I walked up here and he was sitting in that window just bawling. And to see your Superman husband in that kind of moment was really hard. Really hard.
My reaction, my honest reaction, it was fuck that. About the whole disease. Like, fuck you. Fuck that. And I still feel that way. I can't imagine a single moment without John in my life. He was my first best friend, you know. Nobody tells you how you're supposed to react to a thing like that.
I had to go celebrate Christmas. Everyone's like, why is John not having any eggnog? And I'm like, scared to drink. I'm scared to do anything.
I had to keep it together for my girls. We had to keep it together for his family.
How do I explain? Some doctor just said I was going to die in 3 to 5 years. I don't know what to say. The only thing I could come up with was, I love you forever. Clay played piano. Totally different than the metal. And I love you forever, alone or together. Perfect days, stormy weather. the thought behind that is, if I can't speak anymore, what would I say? That's some of it, I guess.
I was scared for John to tell the band. I've worked in the corporate world, and so I've seen kind of that. Not that the band is a corporate, but it's a business, and I was afraid, but it was the best response they could possibly. I think it was Zac who said, "You're not a shitty banjo player after all. You have ALS," which was what John needed. He needed that moment of levity in such a difficult thing.
We laughed about it, but it's kind of like a train that's coming, and you can see it, and you know that it's. I don't know that I've even processed.
I think it blindsided everyone a year or two after the height of COVID, and so we're just now getting back to work. And he told us I wasn't like normal dad and husband for like a day or two. Just kind of had to go take a walk, you know.
Hi. How was your appointment?
Good.
And then
I have less heavy metal in me now, which you should
a lot less?
be excited about.
I am excited.
So they're taking the heavy metal out of my bones, but they'll never get it out of my soul.
That's true. As crazy as it sounds, I feel like John immediately said, I have to do something.
We launched Hop on a Cure to use our platform to fund research for a cure.
Hop on a Cure has done a ton in a short period of time that they've been around. I mean, his family, the way they've organized themselves to create these different fundraisers, the most successful one being the Harmony for Hope, which recently raised over $1 million in one night. I think these foundations can do so much. I mean, the first is getting more people to care. I think if enough people care about something, they can move mountains.
And when John and Jen came to me and said, the foundation is growing really quickly and we need help, and we need somebody with your skill set. And so that was part of that picking myself up and finding new purpose in life.
We did have a disagreement in the beginning about making this a public thing. I was worried about my children. I didn't know how this was going to unfold. I didn't want them to have to watch this and be in the eye of, of the public. And he turned to me and said, I want my kids to know I did everything I could. And I'm like, you're right. Yep. Okay, let's do it.
Hop is such a community-based dude to where, like, in Atlanta, he's got all of these different scenes that he's connected to and a part of. And this ALS community, he stepped into there and instantly, like, a force to be reckoned with.
Every show that we play now, there's people down in the crowd with Hop on a Cure shirts and hats, and the love and support system that he has around him is tremendous.
I think that the future of ALS can be changed by groups like Hop on a Cure in this way. You put yourselves out there, you make a whole new generation care. A generation that might never have heard of ALS before, but they're fans of the music. And so now one of those young people who started caring about ALS because they cared about the band starts reading more about it, starts taking classes. And maybe that's the kid that grows up and finds the cure for ALS one day.
So I have this dream of like waking up and like today's the day. Like we fixed it, it's, and all of those people that we all, me, you, live fulfilling lives, and that we feel like we have purpose, and that we are loved by our families, and that we can love on our families and share a meal and go listen to some music together, or whatever you do as a family.
The way I can get through this is, and I don't know if this is good or bad, but we don't know if this is our last day. And it's terrible. We can't think about that, but I have to. I have to, because then I'm like, today's a good day. I know all that's back there. I'm not going to let that bother me, because we've got today. John's good today. He's walking, he's singing. My children are healthy. So fucking good day. And that's how I live. Even when I'm mad at him, I still get mad at him. And there's part of me that like, you can't do that anymore. But there's part of me like, yes, I can. Yeah. Yes, I can.
It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to watch happen, but I think he's handling it with as much grace and love and humor, and the strength that he shows through the challenges, still performing, still traveling. You still don't. And that's why we're just going to love him as hard as we can, as long as we can, and try to help, support him and his family.
If he didn't have this, he'd still be making records, and he's still doing it now. And so getting involved with him doing that, that's one way we can really still kind of support.
This is a new song. The title of this song is A Living Statue, and we're using the ALS acronym in every title. I must remain trapped in my brain, wasting away, going insane. So I'm trying to write songs that I can still sing at least once and be thrilled with it.
He's an extraordinary human. I can't say enough about his character, his work ethic, his talents, his sense of humor. It's just such a large amount of life that we've spent together. I couldn't imagine what the journey would have been like without him there.
Hop in general is always going to do the smartest thing that you can possibly do, but it's also going to be grounded in like passion and soul, because he's just that big-hearted dude.
For him, I want him, all his wildest dreams to be fulfilled. He's already reached some pretty high highs. So it's like I said, like once you've won a Grammy, like where do you go from there? So I think just living and sharing time and moments with his girls, with his brothers, with his mom and dad, until we all die of old age. Just don't want it to be cut short, nobody does.
I was diagnosed 2.5 years ago. So I'm at the halfway point to telling 5 years to fuck off. I hope that I'm able to do that. In my pipe dream, we cure ALS and then we move on to something else. If we don't, then I want people to know that I fought to the bitter end. Hey baby, it's crazy. Can you believe we survived? Let's face it, ain't been easy. Worth every year that's gone by.
Family are the people that know you. The people that you keep close in your circle are your family.
Family is the people who you care about unconditionally and would do anything for.
It's an intangible bond and not always blood.
They're like, no matter what happens, good, bad, ugly, whatever else, that there's no separation.
Family to me has become a much bigger entity.
My family by choice is just as strong as any of my blood family that I have.
It's a joy to get to experience, every day with them and be a part of every moment that I can.
If family is not something you can control, it is just something that just kind of happens to you, and it's beautiful.
I think family can be described in a nutshell as those that you count on. That sort of sums it up. He's your daddy. Couldn't be more proud inside. You're my babies, and you'll always be, long as your daddy's alive. Each other